Hello, and thanks for joining the session today. My name is Sidharth Sehgal, and I work as a product manager at Facebook. Today, I will be talking about transitioning to product management. What makes me somewhat qualified to talk about this topic is my own career journey of making transition to product management, multiple years of managing teams, and mentoring people on their transition journey to product management. By the end of this session, I hope to provide you information that will help you figure out the kind of PM you want to be, building your network, performing PM responsibilities without a formal PM title, and completing the transition to PM role. While preparing for PM transition, it is important to understand your strengths, areas of interests, career aspirations, and aligning your transition journey to these factors. With the increasing prevalence of PM role in the industry, there is demand for PMs with variety of strengths and experience. Do note that not all PM jobs can be categorized as one of these types, and many jobs will require you to be proficient in multiple of these areas. The list here is meant as an aid to help you identify areas of interest and orient you in that direction. Let's start with business focused PMs. They focus on understanding customer needs and building a business model around it. They work on identifying target customer segments, key business metrics, product roadmap, pricing, and go to market strategy, among other activities. Next in the list are design PMs. They bring the superpower of designing products to meet customer needs in an easy and intuitive way. They work with user researchers and designers to understand how customers use the product, run experiments, evaluate design choices, and work with engineering teams to build features through clear feature specifications. Some examples include PMs for mobile apps, where user experience and intuitiveness are critical to success. Third in our list are technical PMs. Their responsibility overlaps with business and design PMs in many aspects, with the key difference that they are focused on products, platforms, or infrastructure that require technical knowledge to understand needs and define requirements. Some examples include developer tools, APIs, and cloud services. Growth PMs are focused on key business metrics like adoption, usage, retention, monetization through marketing channels, experiments, pricing models, among others. While this is not a requirement, and it largely depends on your comfort level and personality type, learning from others who are either in PM role or well positioned to help with your transition is generally a good idea. In the initial phase of your transition journey, identify PMs in your personal or professional network who can help you better understand what they do in their role and what it takes to be a PM in their team or organization. If some of them have transitioned into PM role from other roles, they will be able to share their journey and learnings with you. In case you don't have PMs in your immediate network, ask trusted people in your network to help build those connections. Reaching out to people on professional social networks is a good way as well. However, make sure you're providing enough context in your reach outs and being specific about the help you need from them. Mentoring is a great way to learn from others. Getting guidance and feedback from people who are well equipped and experienced in specific areas. The key to a successful mentoring relationship is clarity around areas where you need help from your mentor and following up on feedback provided. Many people have multiple mentors, each providing guidance in specific areas with clear objectives. Offer any help you can provide to your mentor to make the relationship mutually beneficial. Looking for mentors in your company or network will likely yield you better success rate. Many companies have mentoring programs for employees that you can leverage. Shadowing your mentor or someone in your company is also an excellent way to get first-hand experience in life of a PM and how they handle different situations. Shadowing activities can range from attending meetings, following communications, or observing a PM do their job. It can be a bit challenging though, due to organizational dynamics and comfort level of others in having a shadow being involved in various activities. You can also do an implicit shadow and observe PMs around you while they go about doing their work without being sneaky. If situation permits, chat with them to understand the thought process they followed, why they took a certain action, and replay the situation to evaluate how you would have acted as a PM in that situation. Once you feel you are ready to start acting in PM capacity, sponsors who have seen your work in action, believe in your capability, and are positioned well in the organization can help you get visibility into right opportunities as they emerge. Be sure to let them know the kind of opportunities you're looking for and how they can help, and ensuring that you don't let them down by giving your best and incorporating feedback from them along the way. They can be your gateway to role you are aspiring. Transitioning roles is generally a gradual process. Getting a flavor of what it means to be a PM gives you a better understanding of expectations and helps build trust with your stakeholders. The strategy that I have seen work really well is taking over additional PM responsibilities while being in your existing role. You can start by identifying areas where your team needs help due to lack of required PM bandwidth and support. You can also work with the PM in your space to identify areas where you can volunteer to help. Start with activities like defining specifications for a small feature, synthesizing customer feedback, running an experiment. Over time, you can increase your scope by taking broader responsibility, especially those that align with areas where you need experience and the ones that align with the kind of PM you aspire to become. Be it product roadmap, metrics definition, working through ambiguous business technical problems, or something else. Throughout this period, seek feedback on your work, identify areas of growth, and gauge your readiness for making the transition. If your immediate team or project does not have opportunity for taking on PM work, look for adjacent areas where there is a need. This is where your mentors and sponsors can also help identify opportunities. One of the relatively safe and fun way of performing the role of a PM before making the formal transition is side projects. Many companies hold hackathons and allow employees to work on personal initiatives. Gather a team or join existing ones that need someone to perform PM responsibilities for the project. It will give you a flavor of being a PM, help you identify areas where you excel, and the ones that need work. It's also a good opportunity for you to build connection with people outside of your immediate team and expand your network. If your organization doesn't provide you side project opportunities, explore external communities and groups that will let you do that in your personal time. Apart from dedicated time and effort towards PM activities, you can always continuously build the PM muscle while taking proactive role in understanding customer pains, driving clarity on ambiguous areas, synthesizing customer feedback, or taking interest in product and design discussions. Remember, PMs don't work in isolation, and meaningful contributions from other roles are always welcomed by PMs while they drive clarity and alignment. And with the vast amount of information easily available these days, look for learning opportunities to help you make the transition. These can be structured ones like courses and workshops, or ad hoc ones like the session and topic specific content available on learning platforms and community channels. In terms of completing the role transition, there are three major routes I have seen people take. First one is a continuation of previous section we talked about, where you start taking PM responsibilities within your team, expand your contributions over time, and finally make full transition to a PM role. Second route is taking on a PM role outside your immediate team, but within your organization. It helps limit the number of variables as you are already familiar with the organization culture, people, and business. Your sponsors, mentors, and peers may be helpful with this route and vouch for you when the right opportunity emerges. Third route involves finding a PM opportunity outside your organization. There are organizations that offer programs for non-PMs to break into PM roles while providing them the support structure to be successful in their career. These programs are often branded as associate PM or rotational PM roles. As with any role, becoming a PM is start of a career journey. In order to be successful and achieve your career goals, you must close the growth loop. Similarly to how you close a product loop, continue learning from people and situations. Retrospect and identify areas where you need to grow and seek regular feedback from people you work with. I wish you all the best in your PM transition journey and hope you achieve your career goals. Thank you for attending the session.